It's nearly impossible to avoid the headlines today. They often paint a dramatic picture of the future, one where artificial intelligence arrives like a tidal wave, sweeping away jobs and leaving entire industries unrecognizable in its wake. This narrative, filled with both utopian promises and dystopian warnings, creates a background hum of anxiety for many of us. We read about AI systems that can write code, create art, diagnose diseases, and a simple, nagging question forms in our minds. Will my job still exist in a few years? Will the skills I've spent my entire career building suddenly become obsolete overnight? The fear is understandable, but it is often fueled by exaggeration and a fundamental misunderstanding of what this technological shift truly represents for our daily working lives. This constant stream of information can feel overwhelming, pushing us into one of two camps. Some might feel a sense of impending doom, believing that mass unemployment is an unavoidable conclusion. Others might dismiss the entire conversation as just another wave of tech hype, no different from the buzz around virtual reality or the early internet. The truth, however, is far more nuanced and, importantly, far less terrifying. The real story of AI's integration into our work is not one of sudden replacement, but of gradual transformation. It is a quiet revolution, happening not in one dramatic moment, but in millions of small, incremental changes to our workflows, to our tools, and to the very definition of what it means to be productive and valuable in our roles. Instead of envisioning a future where robots sit at our desks, imagine a future where we are augmented by intelligent systems. Think of AI less as a competitor and more as a sophisticated collaborator, a new kind of tool that handles the repetitive, the data-heavy, and the predictable parts of our jobs. This process frees up our uniquely human cognitive resources for more complex, more creative, and more meaningful work. The change is not about humans versus machines. It is about humans working with machines to achieve more than was ever possible before. This guide is designed to move past the noise and offer a clear, practical, and calm perspective on this evolution. We will not focus on doomsday scenarios or on techno-utopian fantasies. Our goal is to provide a realistic roadmap for the coming years. We will explore how work is already shifting away from rote execution and toward higher-level thinking, strategic planning, and interpersonal connection. We will break down what AI is genuinely good at, finding patterns in vast data sets, automating routine communication, and we will examine what it struggles with, highlighting the enduring value of human intuition, ethical judgment, and creative ingenuity. By understanding this fundamental division of labor, you can begin to see a clear path forward. This isn't about surviving the future of work. It's about learning how to thrive in it by preparing thoughtfully and deliberately, starting today. The future isn't something that happens to us. It's something we can actively prepare for and shape. In this guide, we will step away from abstract predictions and focus on concrete realities. We aim to equip you with a durable mental model for understanding the changes ahead. Whether you are a student, a creative professional, a manager, a skilled tradesperson, the principles apply universally. We will not offer you a crystal ball that predicts every job's fate. Instead, we will give you a framework for thinking about your own role and a set of actionable steps you can take to build resilience and increase your value. This is about demystifying the technology and turning widespread anxiety into a personal strategy for growth and adaptation. We'll begin by examining the core shift in the nature of work, from performing routine tasks to engaging in sophisticated problem-solving and strategic thinking. We'll use simple, relatable examples from healthcare, design, education to show how automating mundane parts elevates human judgment. Then, we will create a clear and simple scorecard, comparing the specific strengths of AI with the enduring strengths of human cognition. From there, we will tour several major job categories: We'll look at how the daily responsibilities of an office worker will change. We'll look at how the daily responsibilities of a factory technician will change. We'll look at how the daily responsibilities of a doctor will change. We'll look at how the daily responsibilities of an artist will change. We'll highlight which tasks will likely be handed over to AI assistants, and more importantly, which new responsibilities will emerge as a result. You will see that for most roles, the future is not about replacement, but about reconfiguration. The core purpose of the job remains, but the way it is executed becomes more efficient, more data-informed, and more focused on the elements that require a distinctly human touch, like empathy, complex communication, and creative problem-solving. Finally, we will make this future tangible by painting a picture of a realistic workday in 2030 and identifying the new kinds of roles that are already beginning to emerge. We will also outline the essential skills that will define professional success, from prompt literacy to systems thinking. Most importantly, we will conclude with a clear, straightforward checklist of things anyone can start doing right now to prepare. The message is one of empowerment. The real risk we face is not the rise of artificial intelligence itself, but the complacency of believing we don't need to adapt. This guide is your first step toward ensuring you are not just a spectator, but an active and prepared participant in the next chapter of work. Table of Contents, Part 2, Act 1, From Tasks to Thinking. 1. The Great Unbundling, Separating Tasks from Jobs. 2. The Clerical Worker, From Data Entry to Data Strategy. 3. The Designer, From Pixel Pusher to Vision Director. 4. The Teacher, From Lecturer to Learning Architect. 5. The Healthcare Professional, From Diagnosis to Deeper Care. To understand how our jobs will change, we first need to adjust how we think about them. For generations, we have seen a job as a single, monolithic block of responsibilities. You are a graphic designer, an accountant, or a project manager. However, artificial intelligence forces us to look closer, to see a job not as a single unit, but as a collection of individual tasks. Some tasks are repetitive and rule-based, others are creative, strategic, and require complex human judgment. This process is the Great Unbundling. It is the single most important concept for navigating the changes ahead. This unbundling is not new. Throughout history, technology has chipped away at manual, repetitive tasks. The spreadsheet didn't eliminate the accountant. It eliminated manual calculation on paper ledgers, freeing the accountant to focus on financial analysis and strategic advice. Word processors didn't replace writers. They removed retyping and physical cut-and-paste editing, allowing writers to focus on structure, narrative, clarity. AI is the next and arguably most powerful iteration of this trend. It's a tool to automate specific categories of tasks, not entire jobs in one fell swoop. The tasks most susceptible to AI are predictable, data-driven, and pattern-following. For example, summarizing long documents, transcribing meetings, generating routine reports, writing basic code from clear instructions, sorting immense datasets to find anomalies. These are often the drudgery, necessary but uninspiring work that consumes our time and energy, preventing us from deeper, more valuable activities. Hand these tasks to an AI assistant and you are not losing your job. You are being given back time and cognitive bandwidth for higher-order thinking. Understanding this distinction shifts fear to opportunity. Instead of asking, "Will AI take my job?" ask, "Which tasks within my job will AI take over?" And, "How can I reinvest my freed-up time into the human-centric tasks AI cannot perform?" This reframing changes everything. It shifts focus from your job title to the unique value you provide. Offload routine work to digital tools. Double down on parts of your job that require critical thinking, creativity, strategic planning, genuine human connection. The future of your work is defined not by the tasks you lose, but by the ones you choose to elevate. Let's make this concrete with a simple example: a clerical or administrative role in an office. Traditionally, a significant portion of this job involves managing information through repetitive tasks, manually entering data from invoices into a spreadsheet, scheduling meetings by cross-referencing multiple calendars, transcribing notes from a recorded call, drafting standardized email responses to common inquiries. Each of these tasks is crucial for the smooth operation of a business, but they are also highly structured and rule-based. They are, in essence, prime candidates for automation by an AI system. In the near future, humans cannot compete with machines on speed or scale. Now imagine an AI assistant integrated into the workflow. This assistant can scan invoices with near-perfect accuracy and populate the accounting software automatically. It can analyze a request to schedule a meeting, access everyone's digital calendars, and propose optimal times without any human intervention. It can provide a complete, searchable transcript of a meeting moments after it concludes. It can even analyze incoming emails, categorize them by urgency, and draft appropriate replies for common questions, leaving them ready for a quick human review and approval. The task portion of the job, the manual data handling, has been almost entirely absorbed by the technology. This is the moment where the fear of replacement often sets in. But this is not the end of the role, it is its fundamental redefinition. With the burden of rote tasks lifted, the clerical professional's value shifts upward. They are no longer just a processor of information, they become a manager and interpreter of it. Instead of spending hours on data entry, they now spend their time reviewing the AI's work, looking for exceptions and anomalies that the system might have missed. They are the human in the loop, providing the crucial layer of oversight and common sense verification. Their focus moves from doing the work to ensuring the work is done correctly and making sense of the output. This is a critical pivot from execution to judgment. This new role is far more strategic. The administrative professional now has the time to analyze the data that the AI has so efficiently collected. They can identify bottlenecks in the invoicing process, notice patterns in customer inquiries that suggest a deeper issue, or prepare insightful summaries of team productivity based on automated reports. They become a strategic partner to the team they support, using the tools at their disposal to provide valuable insights rather than just performing functions. Their job transforms from one of data entry to one of data strategy, from task execution to workflow optimization. The human value is no longer in the typing, but in the thinking. Section 3. The designer, from pixel pusher to vision director. The creative fields are often thought to be immune to automation, but AI is rapidly changing the tools and workflows here as well. Consider the work of a graphic designer. A significant amount of a designer's time has traditionally been spent on production-level tasks, manually resizing a single design concept into dozens of different formats for various social media platforms, painstakingly removing the background from a complex photograph, generating multiple color variations of a logo for client review. These tasks require skill and precision, but they are fundamentally repetitive and time-consuming. They are the pixel-pushing parts that can get in the way of high-level creativity. Enter an AI-powered design suite. A designer can generate 100 variations of an image with a simple text prompt. They can explore creative directions in minutes that would have taken days. Remove a background with a single click. Upload one master design and have the AI auto-generate perfectly cropped and resized versions. LinkedIn banner, Instagram story. The tool collapses hours of manual work into seconds. This frees the designer to operate at a higher level of abstraction. The role shifts from skilled technician to creative director or visual strategist. Value is no longer mastery of manual tools. Instead, value is in taste, vision, strategic thinking, and guiding the AI to meet brand goals. The key skill: writing a powerful, evocative prompt. It's about knowing what to ask for. The designer curates and refines the best options from a sea of AI-generated possibilities. They select the one concept out of 100 with the right emotional resonance.